Hey everybody, welcome to My Damn Channel Live Hangout. I'm OK Nate, and every week at 4 p.m. Eastern, we're going to be hanging out with you, doing comments, talking to you about all sorts of things that are going on My Damn Channel and on the internet and everything we like. But right now, let's jump into some comments right away. I have from Morgan B, talk about Miley smoking a joint on live TV. You know what, Morgan B? I went to a Kid Rock concert when I was younger. I regret it, but the little guy that was with Kid Rock at the time, Josie, smoked a joint on stage, so I think Miley's just copying him. It's been done before. It's not really that edgy, maybe because it was on TV, ooh, EMA, whatever. I respect Miley Cyrus, but I don't think this is something groundbreaking and interesting that she's done. Anyway, what else do we have? We have from that brown one, hashtag butts, I get it, lol. But upcoming projects, holiday plans. Well, you know what? If you don't know who I am, I'm OK Nate. I have a YouTube channel called youtube.com/OKNate. And this week I did, let's see, Monday I had a video that was about podcasting. And if you watched it, you realized it was shot in what looked like a creepy murder basement. But the sound quality was pretty good. And there are some tips in there about how to make a podcast and the best way to do that. So check that out. But for this Wednesday, which is today, later today, I'm putting up my holiday movie guide. Every year I do a movie guide to the holidays. Now, if you don't know, what I do is I put them into 3 different categories. I have a category called See in New York, which means I will pay a bunch of money to see it here because I really want to. I have a category called See It at Home. My hometown is Virginia Beach. It means it's cheap. I want to see it, so I'll go there. And then I'll see it if it's on Netflix or never at all, which is that category. So a movie I picked for a little spoiler to the holiday movie guide is The Delivery Man with Vince Vaughn, which comes out soon. In the movie, Vince Vaughn finds out he's accidentally fathered 533 children through let's call it genetic donation. So so he has to deal with the consequences of having a bunch of illegitimate children he didn't know about. Real quick though, I'm going to give you what I think he looks like on the cover of that. Oh. The point is, this is not going to be a movie I see in New York. This is not going to be a movie I see in Virginia. And this is a special one that's not going to be a movie I see on Netflix. I saw his last movie that, registered The Internship on a plane. So if I'm ever on a plane again and I'm so bored I don't even want to claw my eyes out, then I'll see The Delivery Man. Let's get back to your comments. Okay, we've got... I can't even read that name. Manuel Real says, excited for the hangout. Yay, me too. The weather here in the UK sucks. How is it there? Here, it is freezing. The other day, it snowed in the morning. I thought it was fall. I don't know what happened. It's not. It's weird. So it is really cold. And I'm actually wearing 2 layers of socks right now. But it's mostly because they both have holes in them. And then having 2 layers kind of patches the other 2 up together. But still, it's functional. Let's see what else we have here. Marshina Rules, I think that's how you say that, says, do you like beer with Coke? Ew! Ew! Who? What? You mean like together? No. Thanks for asking. Let's see here. Allison Clark says, Nate, talk about your holiday plans. Well, actually, funny story. I'm going to be going home to Virginia Beach in the next coming weekend after this one for my brother's wedding / Thanksgiving. So it's going to be like a huge chunk of time that I'm at home. Is there anything you want me to do there relating to my family that you can see on video on my channel? Let me know. I might try to trick my mom into doing a comments video. But don't tell her that because, yeah, find out. We'll see what happens. Let's see if I have another one here. Charles Howitt, hi Charles, says, have you ever made a hand turkey? You know what, Charles? It's been a long time, but I am going to try right now with this highlighter and this thing. Boom. Radioactive highlighter turkey. I think that's good enough. Anyway, we have another guest here, but she's not actually here. I'm throwing it over to our hostess on the left, Costess, Dilly Grace.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this side of the brick room that we're all in right now. It's me, Grace Helbig, and I'm streaming live here in into it. So the first question is from Pubes_Mama. Great name. It elicits a lot of vivid imagery. And she and/or he, I think it's a she, asked, "How was your breakfast today?" And that's a very interesting question because my breakfast was actually something that I cooked for my Daily Grace video for tomorrow. And I'll give you one spoiler alert. It is not sitting well in my stomach right now. So get ready for that video tomorrow. It'll be a good one. Okay, the next question comes from Tammy_LCL. Hello. And she asks, if you could be an Animal Cross with a YouTuber, what would it be called and what would your noise be? If I could be an Animal Cross with a YouTuber, I think I would be. Okay, my first response to this is Natalie Cross with a CR. Okay, let's move on, shall we? These are all really hard-hitting questions so far, you guys. Alex asks, Alice5SOS asks, what do you always have on your pizza? Well, now that cheese doesn't agree with me, probably just, I get the, what are the pizzas called where it's just sauce and bread? Oh, bruschetta? Yeah, that's what I get. I get that. But I used to do like extra cheese and mushrooms. I love mushrooms on a pizza. You know, really, pizza toppings really tell a lot about a person. Remember stuffed crust pizza? That was so delicious. Basically, all we ever need in life is cheese and bread, right? Pretty much. What's up, Carly says, what was your favorite part of Buffer Festival? And if you guys didn't know, last weekend I went to Toronto for the first ever Buffer Festival, sponsored by Apprentice A, Corey Vidal, shout out. And my favorite part of the whole weekend, God, there was a lot of really fun times. But, you know, I love seeing Mitchell Davis. And Mamrie and Hannah and I all got to see Mitchell. Unfortunately, we didn't get to shoot anything with Mitchell because time flies. So that's a bummer. But it was lovely to see him. Hello, Mitchell. Remember when he was on My Damn Channel Live and we both wore denim vests? Those are the memories, guys. Those are the memories. Let's see. Ooh, someone said pickle time. Yeah, big time. When is it not pickle time? Brittany W95 said, remember when Kanye West rode the subway to the Barclays Center? I heard of it. I unfortunately was not in Brooklyn at that time, but that sounded like a real wild time. You know, Kanye West, he's just like us, except incredibly different. But he's got a Metro card, so hey, that's cool. Jasmine says, what's the essence of being a woman? CK1. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out, but my thought is it's probably something like CK1. Massity Color says, who's your favorite person outside of YouTube and family? Outside of YouTube and family, who is my favorite person? Chris Lilly, the Australian comedian who does Summer Heights High, and I just found out that he's following me on Twitter, and he is so great. I found out he's following me on Twitter because Colleen Miranda Singh's Instagram that he was following her on Twitter, and she's like a monster fan of his, and I was like, I want to follow Chris Lilly, and then I found out he was already following me, and oh my God, guys, it just was a complete, it was a big moment in my brain. It played out for a good 5 minutes, and then I moved on to watching more episodes of Homeland, but for those 5 minutes, it was really great. So Chris Lilly, I think he's the best. Let's see what else we have. I can't say your name on this live stream, but S is given. Would you ever take a no filter show to Scotland? Yeah, sure. Why not? You guys love plaid. I love plaid. I feel like that's something that should probably happen at some point. And if it does, you will know. Autumn Pattison? Autumn Pattison, what was your first job? My official first job was working in the fitting room at a TJ Maxx. And I worked there for 1 month. And then I got hired as a hostess at Chili's because it paid 50 cents more an hour. I was working my way up the corporate ladder, you guys. I'm going to sing in between me finding these so that there doesn't feel like there's dead space between us. I see you there. You seem to have been traveling a lot lately. When are you going to Asia? I don't know, but I would love to. Invite me. Hey, Tokyo YouTube Space, will you invite me to your YouTube space so I can hang out? That would be cool. That was my formal plea for the Tokyo YouTube Space to invite me over there. Audrey Violet, what's the best way to get gum off of your pants? Girlfriend, I don't know. People say ice, peanut butter. Remember that episode of the Brady Bunch where they got gum in her hair and then they put peanut butter on it and then they put ice on it? Was that a real episode or did I dream that? If I dreamt it, cool writing, me. M's the best. What's the difference between me and you? XXX. Probably the way we sign off our tweets, maybe. That's a little bit different. Jenny Tweetbird, a random question to you. Would a fly without wings be called a walk? You're fun. Oh, Miss Lakovsky, what is your favorite dog type? I don't know if I have a specific favorite breed, but I have a few dogs that I follow on Instagram that are my favorite. Has anyone been keeping up with Yogurt the Pirate Dog? It's a one-eyed chihuahua with a tongue that's like longer than its whole body, and when it eats fruit out of its owner's hand, it's just a beautiful, beautiful sight. Also, there's Manny the Frenchie, a little French bulldog that sleeps in the sink. It's great, and I love it so much. You can get lost in a world of dogs on Instagram, and I think it's great. Jacob1330548, great username, rolls off the tongue. How many times a day do you find yourself blinking? Probably more than twice, if it's a good day. Underscore Sarah Allison, would you come back to Canada? If you ever do, you should visit Nova Scotia. Oh, well, that's interesting. And spoiler alert, Marie Hannah and I might be doing some live shows in Canada in December. I don't know. Maybe you'll find out more specific information about it tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe that's just a thing. Who knows for sure, though? Who's to say? But it won't be Nova Scotia. Sorry. Lauren McGugoff. Close enough. Do you still want to have cereal with Emma Stone, or has someone replaced her? I would love to have cereal with Emma Stone. Of course. Who wouldn't want to have cereal with Emma Stone? A person without a mouth, but other than that, yes. TopCat712, you've been working so hard recently, more than usual. If possible, do you plan on taking a vacation soon? Who knows? But if I take a vacation, you better bet it's going to be documented, because I can't not. It's now become this infectious disease that lives in my body that I can't live without. Documentation of all the things I've done. All of this in between music is available on iTunes. Martina, do you peel your kiwis? I have never eaten a kiwi. Freak out. Everyone freak out. Tim, my younger brother, used to eat kiwis all the time when I was younger, and I just thought they looked gross. It was like he was eating eggs with beards wrapped around them. They look like eggs with beards, and I was not into it. But I'm sure they're delicious. They have lots of seeds in them. Great color. Excellent use of color, kiwis. And thank you for that question. Miss Miso Ginger Jane. Okay, if you could say one thing to your past self, what would it be? If I could say one thing to my past self, what would it be? You don't need those glamour shots. I know you really, really want them, and you're in 6th grade, and you think all the girls are getting them, but you really don't need them. You're better off without them. But thank your mother for taking you anyway. They wrapped a fur boa around you, and you were in 6th grade. Oh, those ladies at the mall making a job out of that. Da 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 da. Oh, Jen Peter 424. Have you guys decided if you're going to do a no filter show in Chicago like you tweeted out before? It's getting postponed to the future, but when it happens, you will know. Because we'll tell you exactly. We don't like to keep secrets about our shows. We very much like to make them public knowledge. So you will know as soon as we know. Da 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 da. Britta Foley, who is your favorite YouTube? I'd have to say my favorite YouTube is probably YouTube. Out of all the YouTubes out there, I think YouTube is the best one. So I might change my mind. But for now, I'm going to go with YouTube. Thank you for that question. Da, 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 da. Blair Hartnett. Hi, what's your current favorite TV show? I mean, I love Real Housewives of every place and everything ever. But I really, really love Homeland this season. It's really good. And it's just... the faces that Claire Danes can make are, Mamrie better watch out, because Claire Danes can really stretch her face out too. Let's take one more question from you guys, and we're going to make it a really good one. Leslie Grickish. What's the dumbest thing you have seen lately? Oh, what is the dumbest thing I have seen lately? I like to play this game with my dog Goose now, where I just lay a blanket over top of her while she stands up, and she just lets it stay on her body. And then I say, Goose, are you wearing your gown? Goose, are you wearing your gown? And then she just stares at me. And it's so stupid, but that's what I do all day, is play Are You Wearing Your Gown with Goose. Well, thank you guys so much for being here live with me and tweeting some wonderful, hard-hitting, informative questions. I hope that you had a really fun time. And now I'm going to throw it back to Nate in the NYC studios. Take it from here, Nate. Bye.
Thanks, Grace. I couldn't hear any of that. Let's get back to some more comments. Lucas Ackerman asked me, question for both of you, but I'm going to answer it. Which social media site besides MySpace, yeah, that's still around, I know, do you think will die off next? And I'll tell you, up until recently, I thought it would be Facebook, but then there's this new app now called What Would I Say that's kind of taking people's Facebook accounts and like rehashing all the stuff they're saying. And I got this one from one of my status updates that I think you'll like. It's probably the secret to YouTube. It says, the best YouTube account in South Carolina, a man. Find him, YouTube. Find the man in South Carolina who has the best YouTube account. I challenge you. Let's get back to more of your comments. We have Jessica Godley says unicorns or cyclops. Is it like you capitalize Cyclops too, so is it like X-Men Cyclops, or is it like Odyssey Cyclops? He's in Odyssey, right? Okay. Cyclops. Unicorns are... they can't fly, they just have horns. I feel like they're just egomaniacal horses. Anyway, Shadow Dude 229 says, hi, so if you were to adopt a panda, what would his name is? Okay, I didn't just read that wrong. That was the way you wrote that. If I was to adopt a panda, I would actually name him Ulysses. Why not? That's a book I'm never gonna read. Okay, what else we got here? Dave J says Sleepy Hollow is great. I know! Can we talk about how great Sleepy Hollow is? The last episode I saw was the one where they found the lost colony of Roanoke. They could just do anything with that show. It's like, it could be totally insane as long as he says it with like a straight face and is like, we've got to go to the lost colony of Roanoke. They could do it. They could totally get away with it. Such a Blondie in 1989 said, Nate, who do you want to have cereal with? The internet personified. Who is that? I guess it's Grace. I don't know. We've never had cereal together. We've hung out, drank a bit, but no cereal. Let's see what else we got here. Jenny222 says, Nate, what's your go-to drink for holidays? Okay, so the first part of the holidays, I just stick to some hard eggnog with some other fun stuff mixed in. But at some point, you feel a little, ugh. So I just go straight from there to some good old bourbon. Try it at home if you're of age. Okay. Before I go, I wanted to show you guys. I finished up my turkey drying. I don't know if you can see this, but he's a turkey. He now has a soda, not a beer, because you don't drink those together. He's wearing a trucker hat that says yup, and his name is Dan. His name is Dan. Well, guys, that's it for me. That about wraps up My Damn Channel Live Hangout. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to check out My Damn Channel. Also, just remember that every week at 4 p.m. Eastern, we are going to be here live. There are going to be other people in the My Damn Channel family. Beth, Grace, other friends and collaborators will come on, other funny people we like on the internet. So come on by and say hey when you can. See you next time.